In us, the only way we can be perfect, of course, is if we're dead. But in this life, of course, is looking at the law. Read the books of the law. Read, go through Leviticus and Numbers and, Exodus. And read the commandments and read the law. Read the clean and unclean things, and apply it to your lives. Because the Bible exposes sin. It shows you what's wrong in the world, and what sin is. And then once you realize what sin is and certain things that are wrong, it's up to you to fight and overcome yourselves to not give in to temptations and into sin. See, we're not in a battle with the devil. We're in a battle with ourselves. All the devil does, he sets the apple out there. Okay, the apple's sitting over here in the corner, and it's us. We see it. We know it's poison, but it looks good. And then it's our choice whether we grab it and eat the poisonous apple, or we leave it. And Satan's sitting there and say, "Hey, you want this?" You're the one that makes the decision, not him. He don't force you to do anything. You're the one that makes the decision to take the action that you take. So, we're not fighting against the devil. I mean, the Lord just allows him to be out there to tempt us and set all these things around us and obstacles around us. But it's our choice of which route we take. We go around this obstacle, or we just get caught up in this obstacle. Do we take this in our lives? Do we take that? Do we choose this? Do we choose that? It's our choice. So we're fighting against ourselves and overcoming our own fleshly bodies and our own willpower, rather than fighting directly with the devil. And when it comes to being perfect, of course, the Bible shows what's wrong, what sin is, and if we want to try to live a sinless life, it's up to us and our willpower and our decisions. Now, we do get weak, we give in a lot of times, but we have a merciful God to forgive us, and of course it's not by our actions, it's by our hearts, by what kind of heart we have, whether it's a humble heart and we're sincerely trying to serve the Lord and get close to Him, or we're doing it in vain, receiving grace in vain. A lot of people do that too. A lot of people will say, "Yeah, I believe in God," just so they don't have to go to hell, receiving it in vain. And not receiving it in humility, knowing that they're worthless, knowing that they're sinners and they can't do anything without Christ, and how He suffered for us that we may have life, and receiving salvation to glorify Him and to worship Him and to do work for Him and to labor for Him. It's a scary thing. Because just cause you don't want to go to hell, I mean, that's not really the right reason to get saved, really. Because, I mean, when you think about it, it's not. Because, I mean, I guess it kind of is, but at the same time, I mean, salvation is when you ain't got nowhere to turn, where you're the lowest of the low, to where you're a death row inmate and you're bound, and the date of your execution's coming up, and it's the day, and they got you locked into that electric chair and a gas chamber or whatever they do, giving you the lethal injection or electrocuting you, and they're fixing to pull the lever down and let you go, let you fry. And you're guilty. You committed the crimes, and you're fixing to pay the price. But then somebody comes in there and says you're pardoned. You don't have to suffer, and you don't have to pay the debt of the crime that you committed, because I've already taken care of it. That's salvation. And then once you realize that, what He has done for you, and your eyes are open, and you see that you're worthless and you're nothing, and you're a criminal, and and your punishment's fixing to come, and that He's made the way for you not to have to face that punishment. And that's salvation, you know. That's Christ. That's what He did for all of us. You know, we just got to accept Him, you know, and turn to Him with a humble heart, with faith, with charity. And that's salvation. But that's 2 Corinthians. I hope it wasn't too scattered out, and you get an idea of what that book's about. You know, it's more of it's the total opposite of 1 Corinthians, because it's more boldly in first, and then the second one's more sincere and sorrowful, because, you know, he talks about what he suffered in his ministry, and then, you know, and trying to win them back, especially from the false teachers. I mean, so beware. I mean, you go to churches and you know, and they're preaching this and that. Examine them scriptures. Don't just take what people say, because that you got a lot of false teachers out here. You know, they're in Baptist churches, Methodist churches, all the other churches, Church of Gods. There's a lot of false teachers out there, so you need to examine them scriptures, make sure what they're saying is true. Don't get sucked in and manipulated into to this stuff, because it'll mess you up. I mean, there's different spirits, because it obviously said, you know, they receive a different spirit if they get sucked into that stuff. So you got to make sure that you get in the spirit of truth, you know, the spirit of God, and not no false spirit. But that's 2 Corinthians, and I hope it's understandable and you get an idea of what it's about, and it'll help you, and as it's helped me. I mean, doing these videos really helped me and opened my heart up to a lot of things in my eyes. Not being closed-minded. I mean, after you're raised in a certain denomination of belief, you know, you get caught up in that. That's the truth. That's the truth. But then when you go through that Bible and you read, and you're going through it and you're reading it and stuff, and you're seeing things that you wasn't taught, and then, you know, people can twist the Bible up so many ways. So, but that's 2 Corinthians. I hope if you watch it, you enjoy it, and it helps you. And we're going to move on to the next book.